Rocky. Plank. Hi, Wrigley. I think they have something to say. Usually, Wrigley does this in the park, and unfortunately, he's doing it on the couch today. So, Wrigley, what you doing? Now look at Rocky, guys. He looks so sad. Because usually around this time, it would be time for him to go play in the park. And he just looks so sad. Wrigley, on the other hand, just looks like his normal self, laying on the floor, relaxing, enjoying doggy life after he got belly rubs. Oh, hi, Wrigley. I think Rocky's making me, giving me that, like, kind of look to make me feel bad, too, so. Now look at Rocky's face, guys. Sorry that the camera's moving, but yeah, look at Rocky's face. He is like trying to make me look so guilty right now. Pretending to be asleep. I know he's not asleep. Told you. I thought your brother was going to play tug of war with you. Oh, these guys are so funny. Well, they can't do this in the park, then they can do it here. Hey everybody, Ryan here. Hope all you guys are having a great start to your Saturday and your Easter Eve. And well, understand it's Easter tomorrow. That would make 2-day Easter Eve. So again, guys, happy Easter Eve, and of course, happy Saturday as well, guys. So I was thinking a lot last night on what I would do 2 days episode on Autism Acceptance or Awareness Month. And, you know, we've talked about the behaviors, we've talked about the different levels, and we've defined the definition of autism. So I thought I would, focus on really what's the best way to put it? So I had something in my mouth. I thought I would talk to you guys about like what a someone with autism, again, this is different for every single person on the autism spectrum, but I thought I would talk to you guys about what struggles they have in school or in the workplace. I don't want to say like what struggles they would have in society, but like definitely the, having a job or school. And again, guys, this is not the same for everybody. It is different, of course. But I'm just going to list and talk about some of the day today. These are more common, but like I said, it does not do everybody on the spectrum. I hope that makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to I don't know how I could put it another way. I'm trying to put it another way where you guys can understand. But yeah, so really that is what we are going to talk about in this episode. But I am going to go wash my hair. I don't want to do the episode with my hair like this, but I thought we would at least come out here into the beautiful sunshine and announce that. So let me go do my hair, wash my hair, and all that, and we will resume this episode. Okay, guys, so I'm going to talk about, again, like I just said, these are, main struggles with people who have autism or on the spectrum that they have in school or the workplace. And I'm going to rephrase this again. It does not mean this is the same for everybody. These are just common struggles. Some people with autism or on the spectrum have a little bit of these struggles. Some of them have a lot. It does vary basically on what level of autism they have, okay? So I'm going to start with school, okay? The number one thing is actually in school, guys, these really are mainly two things, but they need to be talked about. Number one is doing school work. And what I mean by that is no, people with autism do not refuse to do schoolwork. They do. Okay, the main thing, what I mean by doing schoolwork is they actually have a hard time comprehending it, understanding it, and all of that, okay? And again, guys, some people with autism, even Asperger's guys, are very, very intelligent in a school subject. I've been around kids with Asperger's who are extremely intelligent in math. I mean, math is something they could do with it, eyes closed, don't have to see it. They automatically know it. And I've known a lot of people who are have autism or Asperger's actually go to college at MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So, but again, some people, depending on the three levels of autism we talked about, it does vary on what level of autism they have. However, guys, most students who are either on the spectrum or do have autism, they are on an IEP. And when it comes to their schoolwork, it does vary on their IEP, okay? Some people with an IEP, basically, all they do is maybe their test or quizzes is modified and shortened a little bit. Maybe their quizzes and tests are not modified and shorter. You just do not know. Yeah, and again, it's really tough because you know what, maybe someone that doesn't have autism or is not on the spectrum, maybe they can get an assignment done in 20 minutes. And then somebody who has autism or is on the spectrum, it may take them an hour, and it's just because, a lot of people with autism, guys, they do one thing that almost literally everybody on this planet does, okay? They put a lot of effort into their work. And sometimes they can't get their work done. You know, it's struggling for them. It's too hard for them. It's stressing them out. It's freaking them out. I mean, literally, okay? But at the end of the day, guys, people with autism, you know, they do everything to the best of their ability. Sometimes they have to do their schoolwork in school in a ERR, which an ERR stands for an extended resource room, or just an RR, which is a resource room. Depending, again, on what level of autism they have, depending on the IEP, and depending on other stuff as well. And that other stuff, I don't think I would be qualified to explain. But, so yeah, there you guys go. That's at least one big issue going into the school. And I think the second one is, I think I've already covered this at least a little bit, but it's making friends, okay? Believe it or not, guys, about 85% of people with autism will make friends in high school that are autistic. And literally about 89% of people with autism in elementary, middle, or high school will have an extremely tough time making friends or even being able to work with another student. And you know what? You're probably going to ask me why that is, even for someone who has autism. I don't really think I would be the best person to answer that. I think there are professionals that can definitely answer that more better than I can. But those are the top two things they struggle with in school. And you know, it's tough. I know, you know, but I say this quite often. I think every person on this planet, when they go to school, their school life does get a little tough, stressful. You know, you got peer pressure, all that going on. But yeah, so at least for the workplace, those are the main two things that they do struggle with. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about autism in the workplace and what people who have autism or on the spectrum struggle with in the workplace having a job. Now, before we get into all that, guys, I want to explain one important thing, okay? Someone who is on the spectrum, someone who has autism, literally can do any job they want, okay? There's people out there that say, you have autism, they have autism, they can't do this. That's a load of BS, okay? Because here's the thing, guys. When you're telling someone, hey, you have autism, you can't do this, that is, again, that is one of the most offensive and rudest things you can ever tell someone. I said it right from the beginning of this series, guys. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something, all right? You can literally do anything in this world you want if you put your mind to it, okay? And that's just the truth, okay? But to get into it, guys, people with autism in the workplace, okay? It's tough. It really is, because, you know, some coworkers may not fully understand. You know, some employees have never had to work in the workplace with someone with autism. It doesn't make them a bad person. It's just, you know, the way it is. It's unfortunate, I know, but at the end of the day, it's the way it is. So, you got to understand that there can be judgment right off the bat. There can be, I don't want to use the word jealousy, but I'm going to use the word jealousy because, again, you know, there's a lot going on, okay? And again, depending on what three levels this person in the workplace who has autism has, will also depend on other things. Some people with autism have to have a job where they have like a job coach. And a job coach is provided in a plan that someone with autism has, or hopefully they have, with after high school, okay? And basically what this job coach does, it helps them find a job. It helps them do a resume. It helps them prep for a job interview and a whole lot more. However, the sad thing about job coaches with people who with autism is if they're on the like maybe high functioning or medium functioning of autism, then once that person with autism gets the job, within 6 months of them having a job, the job coach will no longer be with them. Okay, so like if someone with medium functioning autism or high functioning autism gets a job about once a month for at least 6 months, the job coach is going to check in with them and the employer to see what they're doing well at, if there's anything they can improve on. But at least, again, within 6 months, they are going to not be working with that person anymore. And it's only because the way it's how job coaching works. However, there is one little condition. If that person does not last 6 months at that job, then the job coach would still be with them, okay? The person has to at least last 6 full months from the day they get hired with that job. But if someone with functioning autism gets a job, the job coach could be with them day to day and all of that at least for a year. Which is, I guess, in my mind, it's helpful, but it's also not helpful. So, yeah, I mean, it's really interesting with, people with autism in the workplaces. I've had to have job coaches. I think the first 2 jobs I was getting paid for, I ended up having job coaches. I can talk about that later on in the month. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really interesting. Job coaches are, they're tough, man. I mean, they do a lot. They prep clients, on interviews, resume, how to answer questions in a job interview, giving them, like, prepping them. Okay, and believe me, a lot of people in the autistic community know a lot about like jobs and all that, but sometimes they don't know like how to properly write out a resume. And believe me or not, that is a big struggle and a big common thing that they do struggle with. So there you guys go. But like I said, anybody who has autism in the workplace, guys, they can do anything if they put their mind to it and they work hard at it, just like literally anybody else. Okay, and that's very, very important to know and understand. So doesn't mean you have autism, doesn't mean you can't like be an astronaut, be a pilot, you just got to work hard and you got to put your mind to it. But then you also kind of know one other thing, and you're going to have to go the extra mile a lot because there's going to be people that hold you back, that are saying that you can't do it, and you just got to work extra hard and prove them wrong and believe in yourself each and every time. That's going to be, if you guys can fully believe in yourself, trust me when I say this, you'll probably accomplish it. So, Allie, that's my tips for you guys. All right, everybody. So before we end this episode on a Easter Eve, again, I want to wish all you guys a happy, blessed, and lovely Easter Eve, and a happy, beloved Saturday as well. But recording our series on Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. Now that we talked about, what people on the spectrum with autism or who have autism struggle with in school or in the workplace, and we got that all out of the way today. If there's something you want me to talk about in tomorrow's episode or future episodes, let me know down below in the comment section, guys. But again, throughout the month of April, right here on the channel, we are going to be talking about Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. I will be sharing my life journey with autism in the middle of the month and the end. So we will probably end the last 2 weeks of the month with my experience as well. So if you guys have any questions, definitely, again, leave them down below in the comment section. But guys, I would love to know if any of you guys have some very big Easter plans. I would like to know what you guys are doing for Easter. So, and kids, make sure you be good, because you know what? The Easter Bunny may be up and around. You never know where you'll find them. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday. And I think that is a good place to stop. So happy Saturday, happy Easter Eve. And if you enjoy the video, hit that like and thumbs up, and make sure if you are not a subscriber, you subscribe down below in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you all right back here tomorrow on Easter Sunday for our next episode.